Well, I started learning English when I was like 6 years old.
Wow, when he was 6 years old. That's nice.
Well,
Just
we
native,
grew up,
yeah, we were born
native. Parents taught us preschool.
Well, definitely, I think just using it every day. So we learn from the people around us.
I learned English at school at first.
By teaching, I don't know, from my teacher.
Yes, I started in school, in university, and after this I had practice in America. It was program work and travel for students.
Hello everyone, this is Jordan and this is Medhavi from Pep Talk India.
So today we have got something new, something unique and something amazing for all our viewers and subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then do it right away. So today foreigners, yeah, you heard it right. Today foreigners are going to reveal their secret that how did they learn and improve their English. Okay, so I just want to ask a couple of questions from you guys for our viewers and subscribers. That how did you guys learn English?
Learned it in America actually.
So you studied in America?
Yes, I started in school, in university, and after this I had practice in America. It was program work and travel for students. So where I've been there 4 months and I worked there and travel. So this was my best practice in English at all.
So you learned through practical exposure. Basically you want to say practical things, right?
Yes, practicing, and you all time have to be in the place where everybody speaks only in English.
At school, yeah.
It's cool. How?
How? By teaching, I don't know, from my teacher.
Okay, from...
Reading books, yeah.
Okay, so he learned English by reading books. And what about you?
Yes, also at school it's a subject in Spain.
Well, definitely, I think just using it every day. So we learn from the people around us, but also, at school we get taught like the alphabet and then the sounds that the letters make, and we're actually, most of us are actually teachers as well.
Wow, so they are teachers. So which subject do you guys teach?
So we teach primary school, so kindy to year 6, and we teach all subjects, so maths, history, science,
English as well?
Well, we
native,
grew up,
yeah, we were born
native. Parents taught us preschool.
Okay.
Well, I started learning English when I was like 6 years old.
Wow, when he was 6 years old. That's nice.
Yes, and then I continued it in a special school with in-depth study of English in my native city in Russia.
Yeah, we start with phonics, so learning the letters, the alphabet, the letters, and then the phonics, the sounds that the letters make. That's how we start. That's the beginning.
Challenges you face while learning English?
No, not especially, because we travel a lot and so we practice it a little bit every year.
Well, the major challenge was about finding the right teacher.
Okay, finding the right teacher. Wow.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. And what about
I would say the same.
I guess when it's your own speaking country, hopefully you don't have too many challenges, but I think probably the hardest thing maybe when you're a child is that the English language, like there's so many different letter combinations that can be different but have different sounds but might look the same. So probably the hardest challenge is getting to understand those sounds and how the different letters make up those sounds as a child maybe.
when did you find the right teacher?
Well, actually, my first teacher of English, she was brilliant, but my second teacher of English, she was not that brilliant.
Okay, so you are a bit angry from your second teacher?
Well, she just made this exciting process of studying a new language the most boring thing, because it was always about young pioneers who were supposed to do their lessons and help their parents. And it was like, it was changing all different grammatical forms, but the content remained the same. It was about young pioneers. That's it.
What is the most difficult accent to understand?
Most difficult accent to understand?
Oh, that's a question. Actually.
No, maybe Liverpool, Scotland,
Or even like definitely Scottish.
Scottish accent.
Definitely. Or sometimes Irish.
Yeah, Irish.
Irish is hard.
Irish.
They speak really, really fast.
Okay.
Indian accent?
No. Maybe Pakistani. I don't know.
Maybe Pakistani. So any funny mistakes you guys have seen Indians making in English?
Yeah. That Indians have made.
Like sort of verbs going to. So if you past tense, like tenses.
Tenses, maybe.
Yeah,
I would say.
tenses. That's a big thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. We had a tour guide we had 3 days in Varanasi, and our own little mini tour, and Mahendra was our tour guide. And when we were leaving, he was a lovely man, he was really nice, and when we were saying goodbye, just as we were leaving, he said, "I will never remember you guys." So it should have either been, "We will always remember you," or "We will never forget you," but he said, "We'll never remember," and we were like, oh. Most Indians are really, we've been amazed how many people do speak quite good English, even taxi drivers, they still know the basics to be able to get by.
But your pronouncing is the famous on all the very famous in all over the world. Yeah, really. Yeah, this pronouncing is perfect. Yeah.
Is it difficult to understand?
No, it's not difficult. You speak very clear.
One tip you would like to give to the people who are willing to learn English?
Just kind of go slow. Speak.
Yeah, speak slowly. It's a difficult one because the English language is huge. It's very complex.
It's just well done in a sense, because English is one of the hardest languages to learn.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I've heard anyway. So hats off to people that are learning it. It's good.
is the main one.
Tenses is the main thing. That's
and
what
verbs, steering words.
Verbs.
Not getting confused with verbs and adjectives.
Okay.
So according to you, I believe Indians make most of the mistakes in grammar, right? Any tips? Easy tip for Indians. How can they memorize the rules of grammar? Because I guess that's the toughest thing. So how can they basically do that? How can they memorize grammar rules?
I'm actually from England, not even from Australia.
Pretty ladies from England. Okay.
I suppose using it and practicing and having someone that you can bounce off of, someone preferably that knows the language a little bit better than you, that they can just kind of catch you in the moment and kind of redirect you to the correct use. Yeah.
So basically, I believe it's very important to understand the psychology of a human, that how exactly one can learn English in a better way.
Yeah.
Would that be fine?
Yes, love it.
Okay.
Well, first of all, you need to understand why.
Okay.
Second of all, I believe that for Indians it's easier because there are a lot of people who speak English and a lot of tourists. And then it's also about maybe working on pronunciation a bit more, because sometimes people, they sort of make laugh on the pronunciation. And so probably Indian students, they need to concentrate on pronunciation a bit more. However, people always told me and still sometimes tell me that I also have a strange pronunciation, so I'm also working on it. So I understand Indian students because I have the same problem.
How do you say hello in Hindi?
In India, I think it's
Namaste.
Namaste. Yes.
Okay, namaste.
Hello,
Hello,
goodbye.
yeah, hello, goodbye.
You know that.
Hello,
Okay.
goodbye.
Dhanyavad. Shukriya.
Thank you.
Wow. One very interesting question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite Indian food?
Oh, that's a difficult one. My favourite Indian food.
Ones that we
there's so
have in
many,
England is naan bread, Peshwari naan.
Yeah.
I love it.
And
The
what's your
Peshwari, the
what's your
sweet
favorite
bread.
dish?
Oh, chicken tikka masala. Masala's my
masala.
yeah.
All right. Paratha.
Paratha, that's nice.
Pep Talk India rocks.
Pep Talk India rocks!